was Yellow Pine. Small town, closes up at 5 for the gas station. Looked like the cafe was open and some other stuff, but if they were open for fuel, we would have topped off the tanks, but they weren't, so we're just gonna head out this way. Alright, this is the road into Roosevelt, coming out of Yellow Pine. My name's Robert with the Piston Slap channel. I know I didn't do an ending for the last one, but just trying to cut it off as we get there. We are going into a avalanche area. An avalanche of snow, probably not today because it's like 80 degrees and there's no white little things up on the tops, but it could happen. So Roosevelt was a mining town. Well, it is a mining town. It's just that it is under Roosevelt Lake now. This is one of the Moto Idaho challenge points. That's why we're heading back this way. There's been a lot of weird things that I've seen out here in the forest today that, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just the first time I've ever been this far back into the forest. But I just saw a 55-gallon bucket and it said spill kit. And I'm like, spill kit for what? There's nothing around here. There's the river and there's the mountain. So it makes me wonder. I don't know if it's something to do with the wildlife that's up here. So I noticed that there's these brown boxes near every campground. Don't drive off of that. It's a long ways down. That's an avalanche is what that is. Came down and took all the trees. Nice and clean though. Blocking up the river. See all the bark on that one where it's been hit. An avalanche on this side maybe. All the bark on this side's. That's the actual first time I've ever seen a real like after damage of a wilderness. Robert with the Piston Slap channel. I don't know if I'm going to start the video here or if it's just going to be right in the middle and I'm just going to give you the introductory again in the middle of the video. Anyway, as you can see, the sun is going down. It's on the other side of the mountain. And we got to climb up the mountain and over the mountain to get to a campsite. Tyler and I have really made some progress today. A lot farther than I was hoping to get. I didn't hit the 500 miles like I wanted to do in the day, but you know, it is what it is. We went on a 2-mile hike to get to Roosevelt Lake. I took the camera, but the battery was dead, and I didn't have a backup battery on me. It was on my bike, and I didn't feel like walking back to the bike, getting a battery, and then walking another mile back out to the lake. you know, when we're running out of daylight, we gotta get back to a place we want to go camping, which is on the other side of that mountain. I think we're about maybe 25 miles away, so about an hour out. We don't want to be eating in the dark, which doesn't bother me. I don't give two shakes at in the dark or not. Hey, Tyler went bombing through that. He's cooking through here today. He wasn't going this fast last time. But the truck, or he's carrying a gallon on him, and I'm almost out. Well, I've got 90 miles left on me, and I don't know if we're going to have enough fuel to get where we're going to go, so I want to kind of consult my map when we get to camp tonight and see where we're at. If we're not going to have the fuel, then it's waiting to 9 o'clock until Yellow Pine opens up for service at the fuel station. And then from there, it's onward and upward. We're going to continue our trek north. And we're going to go kind of north. We're going to continue kind of northeast-ish. So we're going to do a little bit of backtracking. One, we're backtracking back out to the road where we need to go, and instead of going to the right on that said road, we're just going to continue back into Yellow Pine and then kind of south a little bit to, I think Ice Hole was the name of the campground. But it's just one of those things, you know. It looked really nice. There wasn't anybody around, so you know, I thought there wouldn't be anybody back here. Holy cow, man! We're like 17 miles back off of a main Forest Service road. I don't even know if this is I mean, it says it's 375 by the marker, and I've seen it on some maps, but not on all maps. And then, like, I know when I looked on Onyx. And I think it's just the way I have it loaded into my phone. There, you could see the road, but there's no number. And then on my buddy's, he's actually got the number because he downloaded it by like super high res. And I know it'd be fun to go splashing through the puddles, but I don't want to be wet and then have to climb in my bed or my tent tonight, soaking wet and smelling like swamp water. It's not that late. It's 8:15 at night, so I think we've got another hour and a half, 2 hours of light. But, you know, I told Tyler, I said, it's a little different up here. Just because the farther north we head, the longer it takes for the sun to go down. Not that, you know, you're talking minutes, not hours. We're not going to get an extra 2 hours. Unless we go into the next time zone, which is, I think it's just a little bit to our north. Because Idaho actually has 2 time zones, if you were wondering. This is my favorite part, yeah. So I gotta stand up for this because there's a spot up here where it's like it slid off and it's loose. there where Tyler's having issues. Look at that bike just moving that dirt. You just don't want to mess up right here because it's a ways down. Looking at these peaks up here to my left are just gorgeous, man. We gotta climb up over that ridge right there in front of us with the snow on it. There are these mountains. I think that's what the heck was it? I saw it on there. It's like something. I know it's a peak, but it's like 9,800 foot. It's not, I don't know if it's Pilot Peak. Not to be confirmed with Pilot's Peak, which I believe is over off the 21, over off Morse Hill Summit. That one's pretty easy to get to. This one's a little bit more out in the middle of BFE. The whole mountain range is lit with the sun. Off here and there. Hope you guys like that view, man, with the moon up there on top. Low bridge. You see all the snow up here on the mountain here as we come around. Some right here. See it back in there. The ground's still a little wet underneath. It's 55 degrees. You can feel it dropping, but we're way up in the elevation. I would guarantee we're probably 75 to 8. I'm guessing. I'd have to look at my map to give you an exact where we're at, but again, as cold as it is in the time of year, there's a cool little monument here. I took a picture of it, but it gives you that overlook of the valley. Oh, there it is. Monumental Summit, elevation 8,580. And it's daytime again. I was just telling Tyler, I was like, all we gotta do is drive over the mountain and it'll be all right. Nice and sunny. We'll drop back down to about 4,000 foot and it'll be probably 75, I bet. I don't know, it's 75 throughout the day, so can't see. It's kind of hard to navigate. The shadows and stuff are really screwing with my eyesight. I do okay if it's just shade all the time, but when we're going in and out like this, it's really rough. So I'm gonna turn the camera off because if I'm not mistaken, it screws with the camera and makes crappy video. Alright guys, well we're going to bring it to an end. We're just outside Yellow Pine. It's like right through the trees right there. You can't see it. But this is where we're going to call it for a night. Tent's right there. We got firewood if we need it. Get some dinner going and call it a night. I'm tired. Lots of miles. And we're almost out of fuel and the gas station opens at 9. So perfect. See you guys tomorrow.